How's it going, guys? So yes, I have decided to do something of a similar thing that almost everybody might be doing at this point. But yes, this is a website called Tiermaker. Links down below in the description if you would like to do some more of a similar aspect of the video for your own channel, so for your enjoyment and entertainment. I have decided to do mine. And yes, this is going to be my opinion. And I have decided to go with the PlayStation exclusive games being one of my favorites, and obviously not so much. And as you can see by my categories being my favorite, simply an excellent game, great game, good game, average game, awful game, or the game I just simply did not play or even did not even finish. So I'm not going to give that proper judgment for the game if I did not finish it, because it would not be fair to be personally honest, obviously. Now, as you can see here as well from the sections of games, obviously not every single game is here of the PlayStation exclusives. There are some few missing. Now, oh shit, I just realized that while looking through here, I realized that there actually Days Gone is missing as well. No need to worry. At the end of when I'm done with all of these, I will be including Days Gone as well, and I will put it in here with the magic of editing right beside it as well, where we'll be going excellent, great, or good, or whatever, or wherever I should say actually. So let's begin. Surprise, surprise. Well, actually I can see all of these three of these games. Yep, I did not finish. In fact, Gravity Rush 2, I did not even play it. The Last Guardian, I have played it, not so much, did not finish. So goes for Shadow of the Colossus, did not finish. I'm not gonna get into the fact as well, guys, talking about it exactly same, what I did not like about the game, because the video could be ending up going up to 40 minutes length, so I don't think anybody will be very interested to find out what the hell, But still, Shadow of Colossus, I did not play too much of it to give a proper judgment, and I know a lot of people are praise-awarding it to the highest degree that everyone considered this to be an excellent game. And yes, I don't know too much about it as well. I do know it's been remastered since like God, not 2000, yeah, I should say PlayStation 2 era, and then I had a remaster or remake or into a PlayStation 3 version, and now the PlayStation 4 last year it came out. So let's just continue, and we go to Detroit Become Human. Funny enough, I will be giving it here as well because I did not even bother getting this game, and I'm kind of a little bit regretting it. Not so much as well, but perhaps whenever I do get a chance, an opportunity, whenever I feel bored or whatsoever, I'll get the game and I'll play it for myself, and I finish it, and I'll perhaps make my own opinion and what I thought about the game in general. But now, good news, guys, hopefully. The Order 1886, yes, I had played this game. Now, talking about this game, unfortunately, it was a very, very short game. It was very short. But, the story just simply does a more or less of a cliffhanger, and it's just like, what the hell? It's irritating when that happens. So, I will consider putting this game... No, I don't think it was a great game, personally. I would give it a good game. Yeah, it was a good game. It's just good. But also as well, a lot of people are hoping to see a sequel for The Order 1886, and personally, I would like that. I think it would be nice to have a sequel. I don't know. Knack. This is the first Knack. I do not consider this to be any good of a game, so I'm gonna put it in the average category. I do not consider this to be an awful game because I can see there's some kind of fun elements in this game, some difficulties, and depends of course what difficulty you play this game on. The story wise, not so much. It's more or less like a cartoony game as well, for family friendly. It is a little bit difficult, could be for some kids out there as well, for example, if they don't know how to play this game. But it's nothing special, so to say. So I'm putting it, for my personal opinion, my taste, I want to say, will be in my average category. Now, continuing on, and the next stop is Bloodborne. I'm gonna have to put it here because I did not finish the game. I got so aggravated trying to kill one of those bosses. I can't remember. I think it was the fourth boss that I was facing off, and I had so many difficulties. I got pissed off, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not playing this anymore. I can't remember exactly what has happened, but I don't think I'll be getting around to get playing it because there's so many other good games coming out that I want to concentrate my time on. And Bloodborne is just there, perhaps in the backlogs for me to get around just to play it whenever I do get a chance of playing it once again. Continuing on, surprise, surprise, Gran Turismo. They never even played it, and also goes for the Persona 5. I do know that Persona 5 is being very praiseworthy as well. People love the game, and personally, I don't think I even blame them. It seems like, or at least looks like, the game is a ton of fun to get around it and to have so much fun playing it. Second Son, the infamous game. I do know there were a few other infamous games, and in fact, Second Son, I have played it and finished it. I did not particularly think it was that great of a game, so I definitely not gonna put it in the category of great. I definitely wouldn't put it in good, but if there would have been the middle option, I would, but you know, there really isn't anything middle-wise towards it. It is a good game, definitely, but maybe up closer to the great, but in some cases it's not exactly great. If I could give it a chance, I would give it like and say great, but minus great, if that makes sense. It's like in the very lowest degree of being a great game, in my personal opinion. Again, it's not an excellent game, it's definitely not an average, but it's just simply great. So after that, we got Driveclub. Once again, I'm not really interested in the racing games no longer, since like I remember when I was like 12 perhaps. But yeah, no, Driveclub, not for me. But yeah, continuing on, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. This time around, this is a very good game. This is a very good game. I'm gonna put it in a great category because I don't think it lives up to the expectations that has been for the Uncharted 4. And now let's actually skip the whole thing and go with Uncharted 4 right now. Let's put you of Uncharted 4 because this simply is an excellent game. I personally think it's definitely not my favorite, but it's definitely, I can see the praiseworthiness and I can see why it's been hyped the fuck out, and it is an excellent game. I personally think it's a good send-off for Nathan Drake, and so he pretty much is done with Uncharted games. Well, obviously continuation of his trilogy, not trilogy, but you know, his story arc, so to say. And Nolan North, if you guys do not know him, basically he's the voice actor of the Nathan Drake. He even mentioned that, you know, it's done. Uncharted games, they are done. And so, I mean, it's unfortunate as well, but what can we do at this moment anyway? Now, continuing on, Killzone Shadowfall. If you guys do know it, Killzone Shadowfall, there are Killzone games on PlayStation 3 era, Killzone 1, Killzone 2, Killzone 3 even, in fact, and Killzone 2 perhaps was one of the better Killzone games. Killzone Shadowfall is definitely not a bad game, definitely not an average. I would consider putting it as just simply a good game. There were still those wacky controls, the connection to the controls were weird, like you had to, maybe they were overly sensitive or maybe they were not. It was weird. I can't really explain it. I had big problems with it, and that's kind of reduced my experience and my interest with this game. And you know, it also was a big bundle for the PlayStation 4. If you guys did not know, when I think it was more or less of the same date that this game came out as the PlayStation 4 came out back then. I remember like 6-7 years ago at this point. Very long time. So we'll continue in, and we can see here Until Dawn. Until Dawn, I do not consider it to be a good game. Sorry, I do not consider it to be a great game. I do consider it to be a good game. Until Dawn is such a type of game that's, you know, there are some consequences that if you do not know what the frick you're doing, you might have a bit of a trouble. And I mean, it was definitely a lot of fun, and for me to go through this game and experience it as well, because this game gave such an interesting dive into the storytelling of how you can have these sort of consequences that you never really be expecting. And I don't know, I really like that. Personally, oh yes, I should mention, Until Dawn 2, a lot of people really want to see that happen, the sequel. No, that's not gonna happen. It's been already more or less of a confirmation, and the developers have mentioned that it simply would not be possible to bring back those old characters. What if they died from the game, from the first game I mean, and how would they do that? Obviously they could just take from the save point, from the files, and just incorporate it into the sequel, you know, but they just decided to go with a completely new take on a similar aspects of a horror type of game that you could experience. And in fact, if you guys did not know, yes, they are making or in the development of a new game that will be on the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and I believe so on PC as well. Now, going into the knack games, it's just simple average. Knack games for me me, they're nothing special. They're just more of a family-friendly type of games. They're, you know, I'm more about those games are about gore and blood and everything, more storytelling, gameplay, shooting, something at least, something on that wise. Knack isn't exactly that, and more or less it's a family-friendly kind of game. Knack 1, Knack 2. Now Ratchet and Clank, that's a little bit of a different story. I think that Ratchet and Clank game should be an average. Personally for me, would not be. Why? Nostalgia. That's the whole reason. Nostalgia. I'm putting it in a good category because the game is simply good, but as well I have a bit of a nostalgia with this game. When I was really young as well, I used to play a lot of Ratchet and Clank games before, and it was such a ton of fun to play and to be going around collecting those bolts and stuff. It was, man, it was enjoyable. Back then, my god, it was something different, something that you could definitely experience and, you know, get a in with the character, and you kind of get related to him. It's just it was a great experience personally for me. Again, it's more or less is more of a nostalgia than actually being a good game. That's just personal preference. God of War. It's a big game. You already know where it goes. My favorite. My favorite game, God of War, probably of all time, and I have other favorite games. That's really up to the consideration if you guys want to see my other lists that I could do as well, perhaps like of all the games. That will be a very long video. God of War is a revolutionary step to the gaming. God of War is... there's no words, it's a game of a decade. That's all I can say really at this point. Alright, now, Horizon Zero Dawn. This is, I'm torn. I'm torn on the excellent game category or great. The only reason I will give it an excellent because of such a creative mind and idea of robots and a bow and arrow. A great because there's not really much to it except just that of an incredible idea. If I'll be nice, I would definitely put it as an excellent game. And I do understand as well that Guerrilla Games, like, they are the creators of Killzone, and to make such a leap of a boundary leap, mind you, into a creation that they're not familiar with, I only give them a praise, I only give them a respect for it. You know what? I'm putting it as an excellent game. In fact, I got a platinum trophy on this game as well, and I love to death to it as well. You know what? Yes, excellent is a good pick. God of War, a platinum game, excellent game. Horizon game is also excellent, platinum for sure. Alright, now SpiderMan. SpiderMan is, you know, it has all the worst stuff you can expect from a Ubisoft game, you know, with the open world repetitive elements, but my god, the storytelling, my god, the swinging, ooh, that was awesome. I'm also again torn being an excellent game and also great game. I'm definitely torn. I want to put it on a great category. I cannot put it on the excellent. There's something about it that just did not get into my vibe for this game. You know what? I have a full review for SpiderMan. Links down below in the description if you want to take a look for it. You know, I'll do my best. I will have my whole playlist of reviews that I have, all my games, links down below, and you can take a look at them as well, guys. Now, last but not least, obviously, I have to say it, The Last of Us. Now, I'm torn. Excellent or my favorite. I don't want to say that it is a great game. Definitely not. This is not a great game. This is like, perhaps maybe it's an excellent game. I cannot say that's my favorite, but something about it that just strived for me so well. The storytelling especially, and the gameplay was so satisfying and gruesome as well. And oh man, it was so long, and it wasn't like it was stretching the gameplay and everything like that. It was not like Days Gone. So, you know, I'm gonna put it as an excellent category, and it was a simple, excellent game, and I love it, and I cannot wait for the part 2 to come out as well for it. Now, as I mentioned, you can see here Days Gone is not here for some odd damn reason, and if I would have a choice, I'm gonna do with magic of editing. You can see Days Gone will be right here. So here is Days Gone. I'm gonna put it as a good. It's just a simple good game. It's not great. There's so many problems with it, bugs and issues on that part, and you know, overstretching the stories. It was like length of the story was like unnecessary. My god, they could have cut that by 50% of the story. Oh my god, it was so satisfying to drive around. It was something about it as well that was so satisfying. I got a platinum trophy on that as well. That's so good. The game is definitely praiseworthy, I want to say, but definitely in the category of being just a simple good game. It's not an average, definitely not. Definitely is a good game. I could even put it on a great game, but no, I'm gonna just simply leave it on a good category. Alright, well, again guys, I know I could have missed a couple of more of those exclusive PlayStation 4 games as well, and these games that stood out to me personally as well, and I definitely wanted to talk about them on top of that. Now, if you do want to see more of these sort of videos, you know, of my picks and which ones I think is better, which one I think is worse, perhaps maybe other games out there, maybe some kind of other exclusives, maybe just in general, you know, big games that have recently came out, I can do that. Tell me down in the comments if you want to see something like that once again. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, links down below in the description for this website as well. Yeah, take a look at my Twitter, my community tab page as well, and my YouTube channel. And I'm gonna let you go now and have a good one. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous.